What's happening, people? And once again, welcome back to youtube.com/CubCamTV for this, another edition of CUBREACTS. As we jump into a full EP review, we're going to be having a quick look at what's going on with this brand new Gyakie project. Really excited to get into this. Again, if you're keen to see more of these kind of review-based videos rather than the reaction straight out, do let me know in the comments section down below. And if there are any recent EP releases you would like me to give a full breakdown for, do let me know. We didn't do Love Domini purely because there were so many reactions for it. You could kind of gauge my overall opinion on it regardless, and obviously we kind of broke it down in the podcast as well. But there we go. We are going to be breaking this one down today. As always, if you're new to the channel, please make sure you are getting involved by hitting that subscribe button on the right hand side of the page, turning notifications on, of course, leaving a like, leaving a comment, and all of that good stuff. Now, this is an EP that I do very much enjoy. 6 tracks on there. This one coming via Sony, I think it came out via. But yeah, really excited to break this one down in full. I have put notes together for it, so you will see me staring at my screen. Whenever I do review-based stuff, I like to make sure I'm doing it properly. I've got quite a journalistic background in that regard, so I like to make sure I've got all my information in front of me, so I will be reading off the screen as we kind of go. But there we go. It's a really interesting project to break it down to begin with, because I'll say this at the start, and I'll probably reiterate this at the end. The most interesting thing about it is the variation and the versatility we see from start to finish. Gyakie, as an artist, is someone that I would naturally associate with the sort of Ghanaian approach to Afrobeats as a sort of overall sound, but this EP is pretty much her kind of declaration of versatility. It's a really kind of cool overall project. It goes in a lot of different directions, and we do get to hear a lot of different kind of vocal muscles being flexed by Gyakie, who absolutely kills it. I'm just going to say that right from the jump. The overall kind of approach to this project is really, really clean, and there are a lot of things to really like about it. So if we're going to get straight into the track listing, which I think might be the best way to do this, it opens up with a track called Audience. Now, this is a kind of jazz room kind of skit featuring Songbird on there as well, and this is a cool way to open up the project as it gives a kind of playful feel, and you already get the idea right from the jump that Gyakie's going to be going in a lot of different directions, bringing a lot of different sounds as they go. You imagine a kind of smoky backdrop with glasses clinking in the background. There's kind of chatter and a general kind of hubbub of the sort of audience you would expect to see at a jazz club or like a jazz room sort of scenario, and it's a really cool way of introducing the project. I've got to say, I don't particularly like skits when they're in the middle of projects, but I quite like skits as intros and outros, because it gives I suppose the artist a little bit of room to kind of play with their creativity and play with different sorts of sounds and styles they may not necessarily fully get into throughout the project. So I think this is a really good way of kicking the project off, just to kind of kick things off though. Again, it's a really cool way of, more than anything else, Gyakie kind of warming up the vocal tones as well. I feel like this is almost like a representation of her trying different things and going, you know what, I'm going to warm up, and then we're going to jump into track number 2, which is a really cool one that goes by the name Far Away. Blissful horn lines and R&B style drums sweep through the middle of this one, giving it, again, a sort of late, I want to say late 2000s kind of feel with the overall instrumental structure. It's led by moody chords and slowly kind of shuffling drums, and Gyakie's vocal really, really shines on this one in particular. There's some, again, interesting movement between those chords, the bass line down below, and the way the kind of synergy works with her vocals intertwining with that gives off, again, something very, very different. There's a lot of kind of repetition in this one, and again, a lot of breathiness within her vocal, almost like a kind of chanted nature going on in the way the tracks are actually arranged, and it's a really again, interesting look at what she's able to conjure up vocally. And it's another eye-opener, I feel, into the showcase that is Gyakie's versatility. I feel that's the kind of tagline of this project. Gyakie's showing her versatility as it goes forward. For My Baby lands next in a zone we would associate more with a kind of modern Afrobeat sound, but again, very stripped back in regards to the drum arrangement. Rhythmically, this one's really interesting, using a lot of wooden percussion and sweeping chord leads, which are the things that kind of really guide the track forward, but still keeping things very stripped back at the same time. And it's very, very minimal. As an overall arrangement, to be honest with you. Gyakie's vocal is able to really kind of prosper in this zone again. There's a really vocal breathy layer going on, and that's the sort of thing that takes the lead role in regards to the vocal lines. Switching between kind of nasally harmonies and nice ad-libs in the backdrop, you get to hear a proper wide range of different vocal effects and styles on this one from Gyakie. Again, very much diving into, again, that idea of versatility and variation. But this one does maintain strip back the entire way through, you are listening and it does feel like it's going to just go at any moment, but it doesn't. It remains stripped back, which I'm not actually mad at. It almost feels like there are kind of restraints on the project which have been put there for a reason. We then do move forward into what I feel a lot of people would describe as the kind of highlight of the project, which is, of course, Flames with Davido. Again, a huge collaboration. You can check out our full reaction to this one on the channel. I'm not going to sit here and reiterate a review I've already done. Purely because it seems kind of pointless. You can go and check out that video. It is available on the channel if you want to hear me break that one down properly. But again, really nice link up. I think this is a great way of introducing a collaborative nature to the EP. Davido absolutely kills it, and I think this is, as I said on the review, it's a really good way of intertwining two vocals, and it doesn't feel like this was just like a guest vocal. This feels like they sat down in a studio for an extended period of time and came up with the best way they can make their voices work together. So yeah, very, very cool tune, and definitely one of the highlights. However, the track that I would say is the actual highlight is the next one on the listing, which is, of course, The Sounds of Something. Now, we did put together a full review of this one on the channel, but it did unfortunately get blocked. It then got unblocked, and then it got blocked again, so sadly, you won't be able to watch that one. However, it is a very enjoyable track to react to. For me, this is definitely the highlight. It feels like this is one that almost got slept on at the time, and then people realized how big a deal it actually was. Although it is already sitting at nearly 1 million streams at the time I'm recording this on Spotify, this for me is a really good example of what Gyakie can do when she gets into that more sort of experimental bag in and around the typical Afrobeat zone. Really nice clicky percussion, dreamy landscapes going on in the backdrop, and futuristic arrangements, giving Gyakie's vocal another perfect match sonically. Again, for me, this is the strongest track on the project due to how powerful her vocal comes across, the subtle catchiness of the tune, and clearly how popular it is as well. This is one that people are now really starting to pick up on, and it's good to see. It's a really good thing to see. Then moving into the final track of the project, we get to see Gyakie move into her more sort of hip-hop bag as Waka Waka delivers a raucous instrumental structure focusing on aggressive horn lines, trap-like drum sweeps, and just enough room for the vocals to be able to let loose as well. We get some cool vocal effects going on in this one, with her vocals stacking on top of each other, giving us a very kind of choral feel at certain parts, and it works really well. And it's a really cool way of rounding the EP off as well. It gives this full idea of kind of cycling through variation and landing on a position we never expected to end up in, and it does go full circle, and it works really, really nicely. I like this as an overall project. It feels like a bit of a statement of intent as an EP. It gives us a look into where Gyakie is musically, the variation she's clearly looking to put into her projects, and I like the fact she's looking to do something different, and I did very much enjoy it as an overall listen. I don't know if we'll get into any more individual reactions of the project, just because there are tracks on there that for me don't necessarily fit on the channel, because I wouldn't really have anything to say about them, if that makes sense. So I decided to put together this full EP review just to kind of give an overall perspective of how I'm feeling about the project. And yeah, hopefully you guys have enjoyed this as a breakdown. I want to hear your thoughts, however. Let me know what your favorite track on the project is. Is this a direction you are keen to see Gyakie go even further in? Would you like to see, I don't know, maybe more of an Afrobeats kind of influence on there? Would you like to see more collaborations on a future project? Let me know your thoughts on the entire track listing in the comment section down below. Let's open this one up and make it the open music forum that we love to have running on this channel. And as always, friends, if you are new to the channel, make sure you are getting involved by hitting that subscribe button on the right hand side of the page, turning notifications on, of course, as well, leaving a like, leaving a comment, and all of that good stuff. And we shall see you all next time. Have a fantastic rest of the day, and peace.
Sounding so good right now. But they're sounding a bright and town.
Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel right now, CUBREACTS TV. Stay locked.